In 2019, the world was shocked to see the vibrant and lush Amazon rainforest on fire. These cataclysmic infernos were not an act of nature. No. Most of the fires were deliberately set by criminal arsonists motivated by greed. With illegal deforestation increasing by 80%, there was enough tinder for the fires to quickly spread across the entire Amazon basin. Jair Bolsonaro's regressive policies and corporate profiteering set the Amazon ablaze. Focused only on quick profits from land grabbing and from expanding destructive agribusinesses like cattle ranching and massive soy plantations. Between 2018 and 2019, the number of fires in the Amazon nearly doubled, torching more than 7 million hectares of forest in Brazil and 4 million hectares in Bolivia. That's 11 million hectares, an area larger than Iceland. In the last year, more than 40 environmental and human rights defenders, including indigenous leaders on the front lines, have been murdered for defending the Amazon. This cannot go on.
I'm one of the targets. I'm one of those who could be persecuted and murdered for standing up and giving a voice to the people of the Amazon.
Indigenous peoples have known for thousands of years that cures to many of the world's diseases lie deep within the biodiversity of the Amazon's vital ecosystems. Our survival literally hinges on its preservation. At Amazon Watch, we're extremely concerned because indigenous peoples in the Amazon are among the most vulnerable to COVID-19. The potential for ethnocide is real for the very people who are the best stewards and protectors of the Amazon rainforest. Amazon Watch has joined indigenous peoples across the Amazon to demand a moratorium on any and all extractive activities in their territories. We're increasing rapid response support, calling on governments to respond to indigenous demands, including providing adequate health care. We must unite to bring an end to this nightmare. We're on the brink of losing the world's largest and most biodiverse rainforest. Continued deforestation will disrupt its rainfall pattern and turn the rainforest into a source of carbon. This would raise global temperatures and reverse all of our previous climate change efforts.
The scientists have said, if we continue at this rate, we will reach the tipping point of ecological collapse in the Amazon.
We are at the ecological tipping point now. If we don't act, by 2025, 50% of the Amazon could be degraded and deforested, putting the rainforest beyond recovery. As we mark the 50th anniversary of Earth Day, there is still time for us to turn this around. We can change this.
The Amazon is also home to over 400 distinct indigenous peoples. They protect the rainforest. They've been doing this for thousands of years, and they have called upon us to stand with them, to resist this destruction and show our solidarity.
Over the past 24 years, Amazon Watch, together with the vision and leadership of indigenous peoples, have made protecting the Amazon an achievable goal. The fires have ignited a movement to protect the Amazon and support its defenders. The movement is growing. Our longtime allies, as well as our newfound dedicated supporters, have provided the necessary resources to build the support, outreach, and partnerships to grow the global movement. Because we've galvanized activists, artists, youth, and scientists by the millions, they are working in solidarity to protect the Amazon. Because we expose those who are complicit in Amazon destruction, from northern corporations to Bolsonaro. They have nowhere to hide. Because last year's unprecedented fires caught the eye of the mainstream media, people all over are finally paying attention. Because of our bold stance against any new fossil fuel extraction, we've ignited a push toward global divestment to permanently protect the Amazon's sacred headwaters. Because we push back, leaders at financial giants like BlackRock have committed to climate policies that take into account the human rights impact of deforestation. Because we've made available renewable energy and communications technology, we've connected Indigenous peoples to better defend their territories. Because we are relentless, the voices of globally recognized Indigenous leaders have been amplified. Together, alongside our partners, we have the power and influence to permanently protect the Amazon rainforest and Indigenous rights. This is possible only if we keep up the momentum. The Amazon will continue to play a vital role in stabilizing the global climate, as long as it's protected. You can join the movement by partnering with us. Together, we guarantee that Amazon destruction and these human rights violations will never go unchallenged.
If we want life on this planet, we need to protect the Amazon rainforest. In 1962, President Kennedy had a moonshot idea that he was going to send man to the moon, and people thought he was crazy. 10 years later, the first astronauts reached the moon and showed us our living, breathing, blue and green Earth. What we need to do today is remember that we only have one Earth, we only have one Amazon, and it needs urgent and immediate protection. We need that moonshot idea to stand in solidarity with Indigenous peoples who are protecting the lungs and the heart of our planet. So I'm calling upon all of you. Will you join us?
Waira tuta samu-sami, 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 samu-sami.